So we were complaining. Navali umfana. So Yango came like, as a relief my drivers. You believe it's cheap? Yeah, when you work towards your goals, your targets, you make 5 rides, they give you bonus of 75 bucks.
What's up everyone, how you doing? Welcome back to my channel. It's Samir's Journey. If you're welcome, if you're a 10 subscriber, welcome back. So you just heard that audio I played. So a couple days ago I was on a Yango cab, and the friend I was with struck up this conversation with one of the drivers. So I thought, since I'm doing a video on Ulendo, Yango and the ride-hailing services in Zambia, why can't I do a video? Why can't I record this? Maybe I can use it in this video. So I did record part of the conversation, and that's the thing that you heard in the beginning of this video. But anyway, let's get into this video. So we all know ride-hailing services is quite new to Zambia. So the first company was Ulendo. It's a Zambian-owned company, and I do believe the owner of this company thought a lot. He was like, every time I use a cab, these cab drivers charge me way too much, so we need a cheaper alternative to these stuff, So he thought, he's like, maybe he was watching Netflix or some other funny show. He saw guys ordering an Uber or whatever other kind of Lyft, whatever kind of other cab companies or whatever they are in these movies, whatever ride-hailing services they use. So he saw that and he said, I think Zambia needs this, Zambia needs this. So that's how he came up with this whole company, and he built the industry. And it was started in 2018. So this company has been in Zambia for about 5 years, if not wrong. Yeah, it's 5 years. So I went to their page and I scrolled through. I was doing a bit of investigation for this video. So I went on Facebook, went to their page, and they were celebrating their 5th anniversary. That should have been in April, if not April or March, somewhere. So they were celebrating their 5th anniversary. Yeah, so these guys from 2018 till earlier this year, they were untouched. They were the only ones who were operating in the country, basically just in Lusaka, Zambia. It's only earlier this year when they spread to the Copper Belt, like in Kitwe, one of the cities on the Copper Belt. But yeah, so these guys were unmatched. They were the kings, untouchable. They're the only ones doing this service, and you couldn't really argue with what you're given. As long as the price was better than using a normal ordinary taxi, you win. As long as you save some money, buy some bread, or invest into something, or crypto, or forex, or whatever you do with your money. Yeah, so that's what they did. You got to save. So earlier this year, we got this new company called Yango. So this is a Russian-owned company that does these taxi-hailing services in Europe, in the Middle East, and in Africa. In Africa, Zambia is the 5th country. The other countries are Ghana, Senegal, Cameroon, Ivory Coast, and Zambia being the 5th. I've been shooting this part so many times. I always kept forgetting one of the other countries, but now I aced it. Yeah, so Zambia being the 5th, and this company came. And now it's like Ulendo got a rival, It's like, these guys, Ulendo guys, were really comfortable for the past 5 years that they had been the only ones operating. But now this newcomer comes, and now things are shaking. And you can see the evidence. If you're on Facebook or Instagram, maybe even Twitter. I don't know if Twitter posts ads or whatever, but yeah. So if you're on these apps, you see it happening. Every time I scroll through Facebook, it's always about Ulendo or about Yango or about Zamcab. So it's another company I've been seeing, Zamcab, but I'll talk about it a bit later. So that's what you see when you scroll. Everywhere it's get discounts, get this better deal, get this, get that, get this, get that. I think it's a good thing, competition, because maybe one of these companies, I actually believe, and I think it's a fact, Ulendo got comfortable being the only ones doing this kind of business. These guys got comfortable, but now there's some new guys on the market who's shaking up stuff, so they're trying to improve and get better. And I believe right now they'll take customer feedback much better. You get? Because they want to make their services the best and improve their services. Yeah, but then this driver I talked to when I was, that my friend I was just listening. That my friend was talking to once when he booked the Yango. He does Ulendo and he does Yango, so he operates for both companies. Like when he's not using Ulendo, he'll be using Yango and all that stuff. But he talked something about Ulendo that I didn't know, and it opened my eyes. So So this is the stuff that he talked about. So he said for you to operate on as a taxi driver on Ulendo, you have to have a float. So a float is basically you have to have an account where you keep money. He said about 200 kwacha has to be on your float. So a float is like an account balance. You have to have a certain balance in your driver account. He said about 200 kwacha. So for every ride you make, 20% is deducted from the float. So if a ride costs, let's say 100 kwacha, right? Then Ulendo gets 20% off your 100 kwacha. So 20% is what, 20 kwacha. So 20 kwacha goes to Ulendo, and that 20 kwacha is deducted from your float. So it's just a balance, taxi balance, where the amount is deducted from. Then from that also, apart from the 20%, there are also monthly subscriptions, or subscriptions that they have to pay monthly, alright? Then from the apart from the subscriptions, also have to pay a service charge. So for every ride, every transaction that happens, they have to subtract the 3 kwacha 75. So let's say 100 kwacha ride, you end up paying them 23.75, right? For that. So meaning from the 100 you make, you subtract that amount, then you get what? 70 something kwacha. So that's basically what the guy told me about. But he talked about Yango. And Yango, he said it's different. They say Yango does subtract 15% of the total rides you make. So let's say you have 5 rides and each of them cost you what? 100 kwacha. Each ride was 100 kwacha in a day. You only did 5 rides, for example, and each of them cost 100 kwacha. So that makes it 500. So 15% of 500 is what Yango takes at the end of the day. And he said Yango does have bonuses too, like if you make 5 rides, you get a 75 kwacha bonus, and yeah, that kind of thing. But anyway, it's just business. People operate business in different ways. So yeah. So that's what it is. So I also saw this Zamcab taxi thing. I also been seeing it, but never used it. I believe, okay, actually I downloaded it too. I'm gonna do a comparison, like to see the price comparison. So let me just get my little phone so we can just compare prices. Don't be speaking from without, but yeah. So I already downloaded the app. So let's start with Ulendo. Zambia first, right? Ulendo. Let's start with Ulendo, the king, the one who's been reigning for 5 years. I don't know if they'll still be reigning. So let's say from my address, where do I want to go? Let's see Manda Hill. Okay, so it's gonna cost 157.16 kwacha. That's for the basic cab, as you can see. Then we've got the budget, same price as basic, so I don't know what the difference. Why is it budget when it's the same thing? I don't know. Then you've got the courier service. You want to send some goods to Mandale. Then you've got the girls drive girls. You've got the corporate, a bit more pricey. Then you've got the light truck. I think it's for in case you're moving some stuff or you've got some goods you want to move. So let's say if I was using this, I would probably go for the cheapest option, which is the basic or the budget, because it's pretty much the same thing. So yeah, 157.16. Then let's try this Zamcab. Pretty new, eh? Try this Zamcab. Interface like pretty much the same as Ulendo. If you get Manda here. Interface, everything's just the same, or maybe it's like some default setting. So this one's gonna cost 139. It's got standard, then it's got IO insure. I don't know what that's about, but we do more research. Yeah, so we compare. It's like 140. Let's just round it off to 140. It's like 140 for trip using the insurance standard and the standard. Pretty much, I don't know what's the difference. Someone in the comments let me know, because stuff's just the same. It's just the same price. Yeah, so let's try this Yango cab. The one that ruffled the feathers. The one that shook the atmosphere. Yeah. Okay. To Manda Hill. So it's about 79 on economy. Then there's Cambofoto. I don't know, but yeah. So it's 79 to get from where I am to there. It's 79. Pretty much the same distance. Hey. So let's compare. Ulendo we go 157.16. Then the next one we had 139.11. That was Zamcab. Then Yango we have 79. It's quite cheaper. It's really cheap. It's almost twice the amount of the Ulendo. But anyway, I don't know. Yeah, so that's what the pricing is. And we see, honestly, we can all see that Yango is quite cheaper. And some of us like cheap stuff. Some of us like cheap stuff. So we go with the cheap price, right? As long as you get from A to B. Yeah, right. It's quite a good thing if you ask me. Having these services, because sometimes it just irritates you. You've got a lot of stuff and maybe you want to use a bus, and if you move around with buses a lot, it's for long journeys. Sometimes it's over short journeys, it's just so uncomfortable. You're just squeezed up in the bus and whatever, not so much space. But these services make it a bit easy. You get just spend a bit more, then you can at least be a bit more comfortable and get to where you're going faster. Stops. Yeah. Anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think about these taxi hailing services, about Zamcab, about Ulendo, and about Yango. Like, if you've used them, let me know in the comments below what you think about them. Like, if you've used them. I've never used Zamcab, and I haven't used Ulendo yet. So let me know in the comments your experiences and what you've gone through with all these cab hailing services. And also, I almost forgot one thing. This expansion of Ulendo also brought about, like, there were protests of taxi drivers and bus drivers on the Copper Belt. Like, the place they expanded to, they were complaining, they were going to protest because this Ulendo business was stealing their customers and all that stuff. But, guys, it's just for the best. We all know sometimes using a bus ain't so comfortable. It's cheap, yeah, but it's not so comfortable in most cases. Unless you get a very good bus that's got enough leg room. I'm not even tall. I'm like what? 5'11", about 5'10", 5'11", somewhere. I'm not so tall, but when I get in that bus, it's like I'm pinched between the seats because the leg room is so little. And sometimes when the headroom, sometimes you get on the bus and your head is rubbing on the roof of the bus when you're moving. So it just gets so squeezed. But yeah, we all know it is what it is. Yeah. So yeah. Remember, like, share, and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll catch you on my next video. Yo, guys, check it out. See how the lighting is just different. Lighting is different. We're doing things different right now too. Yeah, guys, catch you on my next video. Hey, I'm out of here. Yeah, and I do take notes. If you watched my previous video, I talked about writing notes, planning, whatever. Everything is here. Peace.